Hey everybody, and welcome to today's video, in which we're going to cover a topic that's going to be very similar to the last video we did, which was about creating textures with the help of an AI. Well, in this case, we're actually going to use the power of AI to create amazing looking reference images or concept art for whatever it is that we might be creating. Now, in case you haven't had a chance to check it out, there are a couple of different AIs circulating around that are creating some amazing stuff. In this video, we're actually going to take a look at one of them, which is the MidJourney AI. Now, as you can see on the screen, when you go over to MidJourney.com, you're greeted with this very funky looking screen, and a lot of people, well, their initial reaction is always, what the hell is this thing? Well, this is the AI that is going to create all of this amazing stuff that I'm about to show you. And the way that you use it is you need to have a Discord account. And with the help of a Discord, you can jump in and use MidJourney. So let's see how this thing actually works. First thing you want to do is you make sure you are logged in into your Discord account. Now, if you don't have a Discord account, you can create one for free, and it's a really quick thing to do. So once you have that thing done, you just go and click on sign in. Now, since I'm already signed in, you're going to see that we have a different thing that I am greeted with. And what you're greeted with here is, well, this thing. As you can see over here, it's going to give me a history of things that I have created or I have prompted it to create. But we'll talk about this a bit later on. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Discord. And generally, this is what you're going to be greeted with. So once you're in the MidJourney Discord, you're going to see a lot of different channels on the side. The ones that you actually can use will be the newbies or the newcomer rooms. So for example, all of these will always be different depending on how many people there are. So by clicking here, now you are greeted with this. And I have honestly no idea what can be found here today, because every time you click here, a lot of different people are testing a lot of different inputs to create images. So how does this thing even work? Well, it all works by giving the AI text inputs. For example, right here, I've just opened this thing. We can see that somebody has basically tasked MidJourney to create an image based on red dragon on black background, detailed cinematography. And this is what the AI came up with. Now, a lot of the times it will create interesting stuff. Sometimes it will create weird stuff. And in certain themes or certain topics, it can create some really, really impressive stuff. Now, for example, just so I can show you, I've actually set up a deviantart.com. Opened up this website, and here on this link they've actually made it so that you can see a lot of different things that people have created, and they've uploaded it here. So as you can see, this thing looks very, very cool. So this can be used, I guess, for concept art in a game or something. You can scroll over here and find a lot of different things, and some of these are very, very creative. So as you can see, a lot of very, very, very interesting things. So how does this all work? Well, let's check it out here then. The way we can input MidJourney to create anything for us is by giving it commands. And the commands are here. You just go / and you're going to see a list of a lot of different things that you can ask the MidJourney bot. Now, the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and select is the info. So once you click /info and click on enter, it will give you general information about your account and how many jobs are left to create for free. So basically, I think that once you create a prompt, you have like 25 free jobs that are available, after which you would have to purchase a subscription through MidJourney. So on this one, I have 22 jobs left. So this will not do anything else rather than give me that. Now, once we start creating something, so what we would have to do is we would have to go like /imagine. Now, once we do this and we space, now we have to prompt what we want this thing to create. And this is where it's all up to you. So basically, you have to ask the AI to create something, and the more information you give it, the better the final result is going to be. As you can see above here, like all of these pictures that are being created right now, like for this thing, you can see that they just said Cosmos Spider and basically created this. So the more information you give it, the more detailed it's going to make it to be. So let's try and create something that might be interesting for us. Let's say for an interior. So let's try and create something like, I don't know, a lamp or some other item for interior. So what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and say standing lamp space in bright room. All right, sunlight coming from the right. And let's make it so it's macro photography. Right, let's try it like this. I have no idea what it's going to come up with because every single prompt is going to be different. So once we click on enter, it will give me a job. Well, actually, it will give me a information that it's starting on this thing. Now you can see that here the progress in percentage, and slowly you're gonna see this thing being created. Now once we actually see something, we're gonna get some information or some options that we can change here, and we can choose whether or not we would like to keep this, or we would like to upres it or make a variant of it. But for now, first we'll let it finish, and then we're gonna see what ends up happening at the end. So let's see, it's 93% done. And there we go. So finished, and it's here. Okay, so this is what it created. Now if we open this thing, we're gonna see that out of the things that I gave it, it gave me a weird look for this. Maybe not exactly what I was kind of hoping to get, but then again, I gave it a very vague explanation of what we were trying to create, and still it managed to create something like this. Now once you create your inputs, what you're going to notice is underneath you're going to have this U2 or U1, U2, U3, U4, and V1, V2, V3, and V4. So what this basically means is that you have these 4 images. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you like any of the prompts that MidJourney has provided to you, what you can do is you can choose to make further variants based on that one, or you can choose to take whatever it's available and upres it. For example, let's say that the version 4, we like this one, and I can click on U4 and V4. So what this thing will make, will create 2 new jobs. So if we scroll down, we're going to see that Now we have just set up 2 new jobs for MidJourney AI bot to work on, and it will start working on it. As you can see over here, it is creating a different variance of the already existing one, and you can see it kind of looks interesting. Now here though, it is upscaling it or upresing the already existing image. It's adding in more details to it. All right, let's see. All right, so this thing is actually finished now. So as you can see, now we have 4 different lamps based on the same design. So as we just told it, we want to have a lamp standing in a lit up room with the light coming from the right side. And this is what it provided us with. If I scroll down, we're just waiting for the upres, which I think it just finished. There we go. Now, if I click on it, this will actually allow me to open it over here. And now you can see that it did not give us the best results. It's kind of all over the place, but just like I said, this is an amazing tool to have, especially if you want to go through rapid design phase. So you can go ahead and check different approaches on some design that you would like to test it out without having to spend a lot of time sketching it, or even having to make a initial 3D design just so to see if this thing would work. So as you can see, this is a very, very simple yet a very powerful tool that you can use to get a lot of different ideas. Now, another great thing about this is that once you've actually gone ahead and created different designs or different art with the help of the AI, when you go over and you check on the web page, what you're going to see is it will give you a history of everything that you have tasked it to do. As you can see over here, I've actually asked it to create quite a few different things. I've asked it to create an elaborate spaceship shooting plasma cannons at another spaceship, ultra realistic, and it came up with something like this, and then it came up with something like this. And underneath everything that you create, it will give you the prompt in which you used to get this. And also, as you can see here, I just made it a Leonardo da Vinci style, and the things that it creates are very interesting, because you can task it to create anything you want and then ask it to create it in a particular style, and this is what it comes up with. For example, over here, futuristic sofa with a color pattern of a panda with a fur cover on top, and you came up with something like this. But I was actually very, very surprised when I came to this part, where I just said comfortable futuristic chair, ultra realistic style of Zaha Hadid, and it came up with something like this. And I think this looks amazing, because even though it's not a full model, it's an amazing start, and it can give you some great ideas on how you can prototype a interesting chair or an interesting idea. And another thing is that you don't even have to create everything yourself. You can just come in here and check the prompts that other people are using. You're gonna see some amazing stuff. And the best thing of this is that it is always going to be different. People come with different ideas, and they always just task you to do different things. And you never know what you can expect. So take that into account. You never know what you can expect. Sometimes you can see some disturbing stuff. Sometimes you can see some very artistic stuff. For example, like these are amazing. Whoever like tasked you, yes, psychedelic burger, psilocybin ultra realistic. Well, this is as psychedelic as you can get, I guess. But anyways, if you want to use something like this in your work or help you get some ideas, I really do think that MidJourney is an amazing thing to use. But again, at the end, you still need to understand that the first 25 tasks are for free, after which you have to subscribe, and you basically have to go ahead. There you go. And join the beta, sign in, that's fine. You need to go ahead and buy or purchase a subscription to have a continuous usage of their service. Now, there is another thing I do actually want to mention, is that by using this type of an AI to create this type of an art, you can actually make some money off of it. But you have to be you have to have a bit of a creativity to it. So what I mean by this is that if you know how to prompt the AI to create some amazing art, you can actually sell this art. There are websites online that you can find, for example, like the AI Art shop. And again, I have to say, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just giving you these websites because I've found them really simple to use. So basically what you can do is when you create these types of art, you can put it here. And what they do is they will sell it, and they will give the buyers the opportunity to purchase it, print it on a canvas or something else. And the interesting thing is that when you get over here, you're going to see a lot of different art that people have created with the help of an AI. And underneath you can see that all of them have a price. So you can see all of these are being sold for $30. These are being sold for $45. You can see some that are sold for more. For example, this one is actually sold. So somebody went in and they saw this thing to be interesting, and they purchased it. So I'm guessing that it is no longer available. So anything that you purchase that is made with an AI over here, well, I guess it's a one-time thing, or one individual image is going to be unique. So they will not sell multiples of it. If you scroll down, you're going to see that some of these can be rather expensive when you go scroll down. So you can see these are sold. Some of them are on a sale, but you get the idea. As you can see over here, now these are going in basically for $230. So a lot of these, well, basically this one again sold $45, but you get the idea. So if you go ahead and spend some time on this thing, you can find a lot of venues in which you can make some money, either by selling the AI art, or you can go to a company that sells t-shirts and basically take your design and put them on a shirt, and then you can sell that shirt with that design as your own. And with this, we are pretty much finished with this video. I hope you guys had fun and you also managed to learn something new from this video. If you would like to support me, you can click on the join button, and the direct links will be in the description below. Also, there is a thanks button under every video of the channel now, so you can use that thing as well. And as always, the most helpful thing you can do is just click on the like and subscribe buttons and comment in the video below. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys go ahead and check MidJourney out, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.